Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. For those of you who are joining for the very first time, I hope you find today's reading useful. If you do, remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your love and support. You make what I do possible. I am so blessed to be reconnecting with you. So Cancer, this reading is for any and all Cancer placements, so please take this reading as it resonates. Since this is a general reading, it won't resonate for everyone. This reading can be applied to any and all situations, including love, career, and personal growth. Any additional information about me or the channel can be found in the description box below. So Cancer, we're going to start off first with some oracle cards to get an idea of the energies at play in your situation, the themes at work, and any people that may be involved. Then we're going to jump into the Celtic cross spread using the tarot, which we will clarify using a second tarot deck. And then we're going to close the reading off with some guidance. For Cancer, please. Spirit guides, guardian angel. Spirit guides, please, for Cancer. Please provide me with strength and Cancer. Okay. So Cancer, while I was meditating on your situation, what I'm noticing here is that there is somebody who, either you or another person in the situation, who is wanting to express themselves about this situation where there may be money concerns or just commitment in general. There has been a big decision at play. Someone is trying to figure out exactly what direction they are seeking here. Now, what is not being seen is that behind the veil, behind what you can see, some sort of unexpected event, some kind of limitation. For some, I'm hearing debt collector. For some, I'm hearing actual imprisonment, jail time. For others, it's about an unforeseen obligation that is coming back up out of the woodworks, but it feels very limiting and very unexpected. Somebody is wanting to go in one direction, but is being pulled in the opposite direction due to unforeseen circumstances. Someone is pulling them, or something is pulling them in the opposite direction. So Cancer, if you have been waiting on financial delays to be lifted, okay, there seems to be some kind of a delay, not in you being deserving of this, but because some kind of blockage is making it difficult for this to find its way to you. Any person in a position of power who is making this decision, their hands are currently tied. A person who you are trying to couple with in a committed situation, they seem to be tied. There is something here that's pulling them in the opposite direction of where they desire to be. So if the question is, am I meant for this? Is this on its way to me? The answer is yes. But in terms of how quickly will it be here right now or tomorrow, the answer is until this block is lifted, there will be some kind of a delay. All right, so the fork in the road is the first energy pulled. So this is where we have that, excuse me, that decision-making phase. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I want to stay single? Do I want to extend an offer of commitment? Do I stay where I am? Do I move? Do I continue working where I'm working? Do I move into this new position? Because it feels to me, Cancer, like this is your energy here with expectations and despair. There is a choice that you are trying to make that will be with the intentions of improving your current situation, improving how you feel, improving how aligned you feel to your current situation. I feel there's been a lot of growth here for you. And so at this point, you are looking to wear a life that fits, right? If the shoe fits, we want to wear a life that actually fits you. It almost feels to me, Cancer, like you are living in the remnants of a previous life. And I wouldn't be surprised if from day to day, you just sort of look around you and say, you know, I've outgrown this. This is all a product of the past me or the past situation that I am leaving behind, and I am no longer entertaining this kind of energy because I am moving on to a different phase, a different level of self-care, of financial improvement, of schooling, education. Now, you have message in a bottle. So this is about some kind of a message that is looking to be communicated. For some, this is about a text message that is coming in the mail, or an email, or communication from a person in particular. When I ask for clarification on what this message is about, this is about sudden wealth and thoughts. So this is about, for some of you, if this is money, this is about an amount of money that you were expecting to receive fairly soon. This situation will be addressed. It's coming in. Again, I'm not seeing that anything has stopped, right? There's no coffin energy. There's no sort of death or transformation energy. The energy is still here for the money to be sent to you. Or if this is career, about the offer. Or some kind of a consideration. If this is communication in romance, this is about this person sharing with you their ideas of commitment. But there is a delay, and the thing is, Cancer, I get the feeling that you are more prepared to receive than you are going to receive. You are more open to receive this communication and whatever the commitment is that's tied to this communication much sooner than it will arrive to you. Okay, because we have chaos and conflict, which is about unforeseen circumstances and things just being very disorganized and in disarray. Clarifying this, we have imprisonment and unexpected income. So this is the monkey wrench, so to speak. Whatever has been delaying this communication, this movement into commitment, it's something that is unforeseen in that the timing of it, right? It's not that this person did not see this coming, it's that they did not think that the timing would be now. And because of that, this person is now distracted from the task at hand. This communication will come in, but this person needs to handle this first. And this can be a financial obligation, or if this is another person involved, this person is, their time or their energy is being allocated elsewhere because they have certain commitments to that or obligations. I am getting that for some of you, if you're connecting with a romantic partner, and this is new or old, doesn't matter, but you have a connection and you feel like this person can be somebody you have long term with, this individual is not telling you that they either are in a financial situation, not that they're working hard, but that now they have to work hard to get themselves out of this hole, is what it feels like. But even more than that, this person may be still involved with somebody. Now, it doesn't have to be a third party that this person is romantically involved. This could be an ex that maybe they pay alimony to or child support to. But it's definitely that feeling of having a piece of the past coming up in the present. And it's almost like this person is annoyed that this is coming up because their thoughts about connecting with you and offering this level of commitment, and basically to not have you waiting. This person was intending on coming through with this communication fairly soon. And the problem is that the very timing that this person was going to come out and say something is the same time that the past has come to collect, in whatever way that is. So overall, Cancer, any delays you're facing right now have nothing to do with you. So if there's any element of self-doubt, and I feel like there is, if there is any element of self-doubt, try to, with yourself, as you sit through and as you reflect through the events and your own decision-making moving forward, just know that it is not that you are not showing up. It is that circumstances beyond your control are at work in how quickly this can be received. Okay, so let's see here for Cancer, please, Cancer. But it's not you, okay, sweetie? It's not you. It's not you. For Cancer, please. For Cancer, please. Messages for Cancer, please. Messages for Cancer. I'm hearing Virgo. I'm hearing Virgo. Underneath the deck, we have the Tower. So you could be connecting with a Scorpio. Now, again, this is, for me, this is drawing back to that imprisonment energy. This is something unexpected. The message that will be coming in, it's something that you weren't quite expecting, Cancer. I also see for some of you, you will be bringing this Tower moment upon yourself, that because you are not satisfied with the pace of this situation, you are actually going to get in there yourself, roll your sleeves up and say, well, you know what? I've actually realized that instead of waiting this out, I will actually occupy myself creating something else while I wait for this. If I continue to wait, if I choose to wait. But this is about you taking ownership and action in a way that, in a way, even surprises yourself, Cancer. Right? I definitely feel like you may surprise yourself. But this is unexpected. And I feel this is for the better. Your current energy here is the Three of Wands. So definitely waiting. Somebody here is waiting on a message, waiting for a response, waiting for an outcome. The block is the Emperor, right? So this is that person. Let me show you. I realized that I didn't. When we were talking about this individual, right, this is where we got the idea of the status of somebody having something that they are otherwise obligated to as official person. Okay, so in this official person, that is somebody who has a title, whether in career or in marriage, somebody who has an obligation. So for your block, we have the Emperor. So like we were mentioning, this person may be married, or this circumstance has something to do with a past marriage that has since become the distant past. This can also be a boss, an entrepreneur that you want to become, Cancer. This could be a challenge that you're facing as far as getting the paperwork squared away to get your business up and running. But in general, there is a block to stability. This waiting, paperwork, the approval of a person, the approval of a group. There is some kind of waiting here. The feedback from somebody who is not quite telling you exactly the whole truth because they didn't realize this was even a situation until it happened recently. The best case scenario is the Knight of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Best case scenario is that there's a heart-to-heart conversation. Somebody opens up and lets you know what the situation is with them. And it comes from a place of healing, and it comes from a place of it's a very gentle communication. There's no judgment here. When the conversation does happen, there's no blame, there's no guilt, and there's no lies. It's sincere. I'm seeing for some, this is an apology. But this person will take ownership. The reason it's all happening is the Ten of Cups. This may involve a marriage, a family. This can involve your ideal career path, your ideal, your life purpose, essentially, the path that you feel drawn to walk. But this is about happiness and long-term happiness, fulfillment. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Wands. Right? So this is about creation, Cancer. This is about you having taken a stand, taking action, moving with a little bit of aggression even towards your ideal person or ideal life path, your life purpose. This is also spiritual growth for many of you. I'm getting very heavy energy work. So for some of you, you may have even begun reading cards, perhaps doing a little bit of candle magic, prayers, daily prayers. But you've really been putting the time into manifesting, into creating, into tapping into that version of yourself that can foresee things before they happen. Because you, in a way, create them before they happen. And so in its own self-fulfilling prophecy, you are your own creator. So in the recent past, you took initiative. Where this involves another person, this is somebody that you share quite a lot of passion with. And after this action has taken place and the decision has been made, the question now is, what is their holdup? What is their holdup? But they're not telling you just yet. Coming in is the Two of Wands. This person will let you know. And if this person doesn't let you know verbally, they will let you know with their actions. A decision will be made, Cancer. If this decision is coming from you, you will decide in a way that surprises even yourself. You change direction, but for the better. If it's about leaving a situation behind, it's because you have decided that you have waited long enough. Remember that the Tower comes after the Devil. So if the Tower is coming in, that's because there's a certain level of obsession or a certain level of an unhealthy tie to a person or situation. So the Tower comes when there's an understanding that enough is enough. So if that's you leaving something behind, Cancer, that is because you've reached a point in your higher level thinking to say for yourself, my future self deserves better than what I'm currently creating for it. If this is the Devil energy being taken down by the Tower, by the person you're connecting with, if this could be an ex or some kind of a compromising situation that is finally going to be tied up. It's going to be wrapped up and thrown away, finally. Okay, but this fork in the road, this Two of Wands, like we saw in the Oracle, this is about a decision, but I don't feel this is one that is pending. It's one that's been made. It's about the plans catching up with the decision. How you see yourself is the Five of Cups. Cancer, you don't even know what kind of amazing plans you have already set in motion. You do not have to feel like you've lost something. This is only a delay. This is only a delay. There will be clarity for you, and if you decide that this is a tiring situation to sit here and feel constantly lost or like you're in mourning, that ignition within to give you that vision so that you can feel comfortable moving away from this if you need to, will be coming. Otherwise, if you have decided that you're going to dig your heels in the ground and wait for some kind of progress here, you will catch wind of a decision. Nothing has been lost just yet. It's just been delayed. In the environment, we have the Page of Wands, something external to you that you may not see. This is Leo, Aries, Sag. A message is on its way. Somebody wants to communicate themselves to you. There is movement. It's just small. It'll probably come in the form of a text message or an email, something like that. Action may not be taken as drastically as you would like. It may not be, for example, the acceptance offer, but it could be something that says, in order for us to finalize this, just fill out this paperwork. Something like that. But it is underway. It's just slow. Your fear is the Queen of Pentacles. Your fear is that you won't reach that pinnacle. You won't reach the financial stability you need. Or perhaps if you have the financial stability that you need, it's that you'll be sharing it and applying yourself into an opportunity that does not help you evolve, does not help you improve and get to that higher level. Because at this point, Cancer, you are expecting more from your life. You're expecting more of the people in your life. Now, in the outcome, we have Judgment. So if this is about leaving something in the past, that will be at play here. For some, this could be a reconciliation, but I will say this: if you've decided to leave something in the past, it is going to stay in the past. This will not be reconciliation with a bad experience, a partner who has only caused you grief, okay? Because that is what the Tower is. Remember that. The Tower comes after the Devil. So this is not about you going back to something toxic. This is about you kind of giving yourself this second chance, because a reconciliation opens itself up for a second chance. This is not about reconciling with a person. This is about giving yourself the opportunity to renew your life and to start over. So where there may have been an individual involved, this is about leaving that person behind. If the individual that you're connecting with right now, Cancer, is somebody with a partner, an ex-partner who's trying to get involved, they will successfully leave that behind. Cancer, please help me clarify. Cancer spread. Guides, guardian angels, goddess, God, please. Cancer, please. underneath the clarifying deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Cancer, this is your energy. You are showing up in your greatest power. You are showing up as somebody intuitive, somebody open-hearted, somebody who loves to connect with others. You are a nurturing force, a loving force. So you will not, if you have been feeling out of your element, you won't be. Very, very soon. Whatever this is that you are waiting for, it will come to you. This individual, if this is not you, this is the person that you're connecting with, their feeling is that of love and open-heartedness. They want to move closer towards you emotionally. They feel very, very tied to you. But there is something that is lying in waiting. Now, right now, the current energy is the Three of Wands being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Someone is waiting and they feel like they have spent quite a lot of time waiting. In fact, this person feels like waiting is all they do. The time is almost up. I get the feeling here that someone has had enough. They've been waiting, but the time is running out. This person is becoming impatient and is, quite frankly, tired of waiting. And I feel like this is you, Cancer. I feel like you've put in quite a lot of time waiting, disconnected. For some, this is about a long distance relationship, and that is the whole, that's the crux of this, is that waiting and being at a distance just makes things more difficult. Okay? There is a feeling here of impatience, but of diligence. The block here with the Emperor, it could be an Aries you're connecting with, is the Nine of Cups. The block here is that if this is an individual you're connecting with, they are pretty content not doing much of anything. They are stable, they are happy, they are fulfilled where they are. And in fact, this, to me, this feels like a very selfish energy, Cancer. So if you are connecting with somebody who is not communicating, they are stuck in a situation. But the issue here is they may not be very quick to release themselves from it. So if there is another obligation involved, this person is great at juggling. They're great at managing and maintaining. For them, letting go of a situation takes more energy than it is to just deal with what currently is. So whether the person you're connecting with is a workaholic or somebody who you are waiting to hear back from, this person is just trying to deal with the situation and not really rock the boat. It feels like they're settling. That's what it feels like, Cancer. It feels like they're settling. This person may not be quick to move because they're not on the receiving end of waiting for something to pan out. They're just saying, this person, it almost feels like they're in survival mode. This person feels like they're in survival mode, and whatever their antagonist is, instead of pushing back against it and trying to put an end to it, it's almost like they're retreating into their shell a little bit, protecting themselves from it, but then at the same time just kind of settling into themselves. And that's the block. Somebody here is not very quick to move because they think there is no rush. They think someone here is not waiting, when in fact they are. The best case scenario with the Knight of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy is the Eight of Cups. Best case scenario is somebody walking away or disconnecting from an emotionally unfulfilling situation. Cancer, this can be you. And I will say this, if you decide to leave a situation because you feel the person on the opposite end is really not participating, you are going to feel like you made the right choice because it turns out they really are not participating. They're not very worried. They're not worried about what this does to you or to your relationship, to your connection. They're not preoccupied with that. Now, for others of you, this is about moving towards into a direction of greater fulfillment with somebody, a Cancer, a Pisces, a Scorpio, or somebody who you feel is a better emotional communicator compared to this Emperor, whoever this Emperor is. This could be two different partner potentials. This could be two different coworkers or managers, two different people that are helping you build your business, regardless. However it resonates for you, these two people are different energies, if that is your story. And not just if it's your story, Cancer. The truth is, I don't see these two energies being the same person. I really don't. So it's not even if these are two different people or the same person. These two energies are completely different people. You could, Cancer, be moving from one stagnant situation into one that is prepared to receive you. Now, the reason it's all happening with the 10 of Cups is clarified by the 3 of Cups. Somebody's content having a casual situation. Someone's content with the status quo. Someone is content with the current environment. You are waiting, Cancer, for something that is holding someone else obligated to something else, but they are not as pressed about it. In fact, they're not really worried about the fact that you are waiting. This person is happy. Now, I will say this as well, Cancer. The reason this is all happening is because you've gotten your own taste of happiness and fulfillment with your friends, on your own, doing things you enjoy doing. And so even if there is someone who is not, or a message that you're waiting for that is not coming in quite as quickly enough, the reason you are feeling like it's not coming in quick enough is because you have already gotten a taste of what life is like at a particular pace. Because in the recent past with the Ace of Wands, you have the 3 of Wands again. You've gotten insight. You have received insight, Cancer, about the future, about what your vision is. You have a vision. You have moved into a space now where you just want your actions and your vision to become real, to become actualized. The only way that can happen is if everyone is on board. And this block, whoever this person is, it could be a past version of yourself even. This person is settled into their ways. I get the feeling with this 2 of Wands, you're going to move away from unfulfilling situations. You're going to catch wind. 2 of Wands, the universe, the world. The 2 of Wands again, and the 2 of Pentacles. Where this is somebody who is good at managing multiple tasks. This person, the only way they're going to realize you were waiting is if you say something, Cancer. And I will say, if you've already said something, this person has very little intention of changing the situation. They are prepared to continue this for as long as you are willing to accept that standard from them. That's for a small group of you. Coming in, though, more than anything, if there was travel involved in the situation, in the decision that you've been trying to make, you will be able to make it happen. It just depends on a couple things. You're going to have to, it's going to be a transition. It's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As you're preparing for this next step for travel, for example, you pay the first 3 months on a new apartment moving forward, and you go ahead and you start moving, but you still are paying the last month's rent on your last place. Something like that. It's a very in-between feeling where you have 2 things going on at once. It's not sustainable, but it's very short-lived. Okay? Travel is very strong here. This can also be a message from another person about a decision to maintain something. So this is going to be this person who is blocking the progress will be coming through very transparently and explaining to you the situation and basically telling you that this is not, it's not just you and them, or it's not just you, or right, romantic or otherwise, that it's not just as simple as XYZ. They're going to say there are other factors involved, another person involved, another obligation involved. And if you want to proceed in this situation, you will have to accept the conditions of this as well. And I think that's what's going to strike here with the Tower, is ultimately, when the time comes, you are going to decide against circumstances that do not feel right to you. So if this situation is one that requires a level of tolerance that you no longer have, Cancer, I see you walking away from that. However, if this is asking you to tap into a level of patience and tolerance that you've never known before, in a positive way, right? then you could be making that decision as well. If the person you're connecting with has to travel for work, and it turns out where they're traveling for work is actually quite lucrative for you, you just didn't think it was going to be that time yet. And where they're getting their job is actually where you wanted to get your dream job, right? That's the feeling here, that you would pack your things and go with them because overall the outcome would be to your benefit. It would be to your advantage. Now, your current energy, how you see yourself, is the Five of Cups being clarified by the Ace of Wands. So it almost feels like this inspiration or this creativity has come at a price. For some, you may feel like there was an opportunity that has not been seized. But the thing is this almost feels bittersweet, Cancer, because you know that what lies ahead is really better for you in the long term. But in order to say hello to another thing, you have to say no to something else that you are attached to. So this does feel difficult. You see yourself as having lost something, perhaps losing time, losing energy, losing inspiration. Because in the recent past, you had it. You feel like you've lost something that is still on its way to you. There is an option that is still here, Cancer. It's going to present itself in the most unlikeliest of ways. But it's an option nonetheless. And it'll be even a surprise to you that you are going to choose what is in your best interest. It is sustainable. It is manageable. Now, external to you, what you may not be seeing with the Page of Wands is the Seven of Cups. So if this is a person that has been delaying a message, again, they are still trying to figure out how to come out of something, but they are also at the same time settling and indulging in a situation. They're finding a way to be content with their circumstances. Yes, there's a feeling of overwhelm. The Page of Wands is often somebody at a crossroads. They have so much energy, but they don't know which direction to take it into. External to you is that this person is exploring their options or leaving themselves open to options. Trying to figure out exactly how to manage this. The issue that I'm seeing, though, is Cancer, you want an answer. This person has an answer. They've delayed it, though, because they are not as determined to close this cycle off as much as you are. They're delaying this. And it's not because they're preparing an answer for you. They already have their answer. It's that they're trying to figure out. It's more of like they're trying to figure out if for themselves, this is how they want things to remain. But truthfully, it looks like this as a whole does not weigh as heavily on them as it does on you, and that is why they are not pushing to get the answer to you as quickly as you're trying to receive it. The fear here with the Queen of Pentacles is the King of Cups, okay? Your energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy for your fear, that you're going to give of your time, your energy, your resources, your emotion to somebody who does not deserve it, or somebody who is too business oriented, or somebody who could be a little bit manipulative. I would say in this case, Cancer, if that is the feeling that you're getting from this person, I can see where they are not on the same page as you. You want someone who is willing and committed and dedicated. This person is a bit confused. This person is confused because what they want is an answer, but they are still leaving themselves available for their minds to be changed. This person is not as determined as you are to get it right the first time or even the second time, if that's the situation, or the third time even. Now, in the outcome, we have Judgment being clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Two more cards, the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords. So when it comes down to reevaluating the final decision, Cancer, you are going to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, okay? It's going to give you enough information to decide for yourself ultimately what you would like to do with this situation, and it's going to leave you feeling very comfortable about what you decide to do next. Now, the truth is going to be a little bit painful, but the great thing about this Three of Swords is that this is truth. This is any secrets that have been held, anything that has posed an issue, anything that has been the source of pain in this situation is going to be released. And finally, you will be able to purge yourself, purge your environment, purge your life of the weird tension this pain has left behind previously. With the Page of Swords, you could be connecting with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but this is a small message. Page of Swords can indicate a stalker, somebody who is kind of watching your social media and receiving a DM, a direct message. This could also be, this could also be a text message, an email, or just a very brief conversation with somebody where the only thing that you really discuss is this truth. The way they present it may not be in the most tactful of ways, but it's the truth. And from 0 to 100, you're able to get all the information you need, and without skipping a single beat, Cancer, you will get all the clarity that you need and make the final decision for yourself. This changes in a way you were not anticipating, but in the best way. After the Tower energy is the Star. So it's almost like this is a guidepost that puts you back on course. Something was not working out, but it wasn't you. So what is the guidance, please, for Cancer? What is the guidance, please, for Cancer? What is the guidance, please, for Cancer? Guidance. Yeah, the Tower again. The Four of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Tower. Cancer, this is about holding on to the connections that matter and letting go of the ones that don't. If you have been trying to preserve a connection or a life path, a career, a course of study, a friendship that you feel because you share history or because something has happened that really just physically puts you guys apart, or even emotionally or mentally, something has been sort of a division between you and this person, you've been wanting to preserve that. And the advice here is only preserve the relationships that are mutual. Okay, so if you feel there is someone you're connecting with who is no longer participating in the relationship the way they used to, now is the time to create some distance, because the only energy that you have time for right now are for the people who really, or for the circumstances that continue to build you up and give you back what you put in. With the Tower, this is telling you to look at things in a radically different way. Radically different way. So whatever you are thinking, whatever you are feeling, now is the time to open yourself up to what would happen if you went the completely opposite way in this. What would happen if you didn't do this at all? What would you do, Cancer, if this was not an option? Where would you put yourself? And that is the guidance from Spirit. Ask yourself, what would you do if this would not exist? And in a way, become a little bit more comfortable with things being different than you had planned. Only hold on to the connections with those who actually want you back and do the same towards you that you do for them. And overall, just for opportunities even. For opportunities that, if you know that you are a very by-the-book type of person when it comes to work, and the way management has been handling their communication with you has been very disorganized, use that as a way to inform your decision that, you know what, I thought this was my dream job, but it turns out the way these folks handle business is really not up to par for me. So I changed my mind, and while I thought this was my dream job, it actually turns out that it's not, and this is a blessing in disguise. Let me choose for myself something a little bit more worth my time, so that way I can be happy. Because in a way, this is serving my highest and greatest good, because I am now clear on the fact that this is not actually what I want. This was fraudulent. This was counterfeit. This was fake, and I didn't see it before, but I do now. So let's make the right choice, because now I see. So very much with that energy, Cancer. So my love, I'm going to leave this here. I hope that you found this clarifying and helpful. If you did, remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. For those of you who are reconnecting with me, I am so grateful to have shared this space with you once again. Thank you for allowing me to reconnect. Cancer, thank you for giving me this privilege of connecting with your energy. I hope that I see you again. Remember to subscribe if you would like to see more coming in. But yeah, any information you'd like for a personal reading you can find in the description box below. And I will see you next time, Cancer. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and I am sending you all of my love. Bye, Cancer.